Hello, friends. Today we are diving into 10 reasons a mastermind will change your business and your life. All right, let's talk. So, I am in a mastermind and I have also been hosting masterminds, not for just 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. This is my ninth year. My ninth year of having a mastermind that is hosted by me. The first year was 2015. I remember it very clearly. And I opened up an opportunity. It was called Brave Adventures. And it was a 1 year commitment, 2 women enrolled. Yep, two, just two. And we went off to the races. And at that time, we took trips together. We did quarterly events at my house. We had calls, of course, on Zoom. I believe that's the first year that I got on Zoom. On Zoom, yes. And so I have been doing this quite a few years. It has had a variety of feels, looks, names, Brave Creations, Inspired Business Inner Circle. And now the one I host is called the Braver Together Mastermind. So let me tell you the 10 reasons a mastermind will change your business and your life. Number one, you will be tapping into the brain of all the members. That's what masterminds are about. Masterminds are about tapping into the brain of everybody. In fact, just a few minutes ago in the mastermind I'm a part of, I was asking for help on a technology question. Someone else was actually asking for help on a Zoom question. And so we were both just going back and forth quickly, briefly with the answers that we knew. And other people will chime in later. And so I was able to really just tap in to the wisdom of the group and get out of my own way. I mean, I'm sure I could Google some of these things, but sometimes, my friends, you want actually a real person that has probably done what you don't know how to do. Amen. Reason number two, you will get ideas that you never would have dreamed of by yourself. Oh my gosh. Every single time that I'm on my mastermind with my women, we are brainstorming ideas. We are sharing wisdom. Hey, this could work for you. That are in completely different types of businesses. And the same thing, it happens in the one I'm a part of. So what works for someone that is a weight loss coach could work over here for me. What works for someone that has a membership that is about quilting, oh my gosh, what she shares could impact me greatly in spite of the very different people that we serve. We serve different types of people, but the ideas that I get, I would not have, I might have read about that eventually, but I get there faster and easier with the support of the group. And I might not, I mean, this is important. There's a lot of ideas that I don't need to act on. It's not time. It's not time. It's not time. And so I need to just know where to find that person so that when it is time, I'm prepared and ready to follow through. Or I know where to reference to go back to that conversation. The reason number three a mastermind will change your business is you will get instant feedback, or almost instant, on your course name, your retreat ideas, your pricing, and more. So this is where we get to, like I just said, I can ask a quick question, get an answer, and carry on. That is huge. You don't have to wait till the next call. You don't have to wait till 2 weeks from now when the Zoom happens. You can ask for support. And, I mean, we slow down on the weekends and people are in and out of the conversation, and that's okay. That's okay. But you're going to have that momentum. You're gonna have that momentum of being able to get the wisdom and keep moving forward down the path. And yes, you will brainstorm course ideas. You will brainstorm names of workshops, retreats. Remember one specific mastermind retreat at my house, where Diana Journey was working on her brand new retreat. And we mapped it out. We brainstormed names. That was in September. She hosted the first event that January. Number four, you will feel safe, seen, and supported. This is huge. This is huge. In a mastermind, normally they are a small container. You're not in a mastermind most of the time with 100 people. This is a small container of people that begin to know you, your unique gifts, your personality, your style, your expertise, what you struggle with, your fears, and they will be able to see you. Really? That you're going to be able to see you. You will feel safe and supported. If you're in the right mastermind, yes, you'll feel safe and supported as you move forward into your next level. And what's really key here is to not get caught up in comparison. Actually, there's 3 C's. We don't want to get into comparison, competing, and coveting. I am not the same as the women and men in my masterminds. I am very different, and I don't need to think I'm doing it wrong. In fact, that will keep me stuck. That will keep me stuck. I need to remember that my business is different. I am uniquely gifted differently. And so being in the mastermind helps you to recognize your uniqueness and bring it fully to the table, fully to the table. Number 5 reason that you will be changed by being in a mastermind. You will finally understand that everyone else is learning just as much as you are, and that you are not an imposter and you never were. Mic drop. We all struggle with imposter syndrome. No matter how successful the people are in the group, there is always those places that we have fear. This is why mine's called Braver Together. We have places where we feel more confident, and then we all have these places where we feel a little more nervous, little more anxiety rises up because maybe we've not done we've never hosted a retreat. We've never created a book. We've never hosted a conference. All of these things you don't know how to do until you have done them, right? Why would we ever assume that we would know how to do something that we've never done? Let's ponder that. So you're going to begin to recognize that we're all learning, and we're not in this by ourselves. Reason number 6, you will hear your own expertise as you begin to find your voice by sharing in the group. There's things that I chime in on because I know a lot about. I know a lot about books. I've created 11 self-published books. I know a lot about creating a membership. I know about selling a membership. So those are things I feel comfortable chiming in on. You're going to begin to hear your own expertise when you hear a question and you say, oh, I have information on that. Here's my wisdom on that. Here's what I've learned. Not what you should do. We never should on each other in our mastermind. Here's some ideas. Here's what you could do. You might do this. Here's some opportunities. And then we all get to sift and sort and decide what's the right thing for us. But you're going to begin to recognize your areas of gifting when you engage, when you participate. And remember, we all are, the reason to be in a mastermind is so that you participate. No wallflowering. Number 7, you will network, collaborate, and create things out of nothing. So there's going to be things that you create that you have no idea will happen. Friendships that will birth from the mastermind, in-person events, Zoom experiences. My mastermind meets in person. It always has. We've had normally either 2, 3, or 4 in-person events ever since the very beginning. Like I said, at the very beginning, we had lots of in-person events and trips. And so this year, right now, in 2023, there is a live event coming up at my house. I often do them at my house the last few years. And then we have another event set up. So we have one in the spring and one in the fall. One in the spring and one in the fall. And the networking, the collaborating, and the creating things out of nothing, you can't anticipate what's going to happen. You can't even imagine who you might end up being really BFFs with. In fact, one of my business bestie happens to live in Ireland, and she is in the mastermind that I'm in, and we met in person in the spring of 2022 and had a few conversations, chatted it up a bit, And then really our friendship birthed a lot after the event, because we were both working on some similar ideas, some projects. And so we have conversations that are off to the side from the mastermind, but of course come back together to the mastermind, to the mastermind. Number 8, you will stop the endless search for clarity and begin trusting yourself more and more. This is so important. One of the members of my mastermind that's been in a long time, whenever I see the word clarity, I think of Heidi. Shout out to you, Heidi. I always think of Heidi, and she one day said in the mastermind that she looked in one of her journals and notebooks from when she was working with me years and years ago, and she said she still was writing down that she wanted to find clarity. So we turned it into this kind of running joke. She ended up getting a clarity doll that she has in her office. I got a little tree. I call it my claret tree, claret tree. And so whenever I hear that word, I think of Heidi. And she and I were sitting at Jason's Deli for a meal after one of the events, and I drew out a diagram on a napkin of what I really call the clarity cycle. We're going to always be there, we're going to come in and out of clarity, my friends. We're going to come in and out of clarity. In between, we're in chaos and confusion. This doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. That's going to happen as an entrepreneur. That's normal. That's normal. So allow the clarity, and then it's just like clouds. It's gonna, it'll go, it's gonna move. And so allow that to really tap into your own internal trust. Trust. Okay. Number 9, you will own your brilliance by hearing others mirror it back to you. We can't see ourselves. I can't see the outside label on the bottle that I'm in. I can't see what the gifts I bring to the world unless someone reflects them back to me on the mirror. And so being in a mastermind, you begin to see this as people share their takeaways from what you said. They begin to say, thank you, what you shared there helped me so much, or that was the missing piece I needed, or I am so grateful because you've walked through this, now I'm walking through it too. And so your brilliance will be mirrored back to you. And so that again builds up that internal trust, that safety, that security, that expertise that you are owning. And the final one, number 10, you will embrace your own brave, badass, messy, glorious, transformational journey by watching others do the same. What do I mean? My mastermind is now called Braver Together. Why? Because that's what I've been teaching all these years, and I finally just decided to go ahead and step all the way in and sit all the way down. In the AA world, we have a saying, come all the way in and sit all the way down. Like, don't leave, half your body out the door, sit halfway in the parking lot. If I want to be sober, and I am sober. And as of this recording, I'm going to be heading round the bend to 10 years of sobriety. I had to go all the way in the door, friend. I had to get a sponsor. I had to do the steps. I've worked the steps multitudes of times. I had to glean. I love that word. I had to glean from the experience in the room. I had to listen. I had to participate. I didn't have to. I chose to. I chose to. I chose to embrace my own messy, glorious, transformational journey. And I was doing that by watching others do the same. It's way easy for me to see the woman across the room and recognize how much she's transformed when I'm sitting in an AA meeting. But we can also begin to see that sitting on Zoom meetings too for the mastermind. We can look at anybody in the room that we've begun to know deeper on a deep level and watch them rise. Watch them walk through things. Watch them become more and more them. And it really is magnificent. So I'm going to challenge you and invite you to come be a part of my experience. It's called the Braver Together Mastermind. It is the space for you. It is the mastermind for Christian women entrepreneurs who want to be safe, seen, and supported, who want to be embraced along the path and We are here. We're waiting for you. We are waiting for you. So just go to dianecunningham.com/mastermind. All the information is there. You'll be able to see and hear from the women that are inside. You're going to read about it. And I double dog dare you to come apply. Apply for the mastermind. Be a part of this life-changing business expanding experience with us. Why? Because we are braver together. All right. I can't wait to see you. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.